Mask on. It's
You
hard to
can't hear.
you.
Yeah, no.
Especially
Okay.
Miss Quiet voice here.
Like a librarian?
Yes, we're good.
Okay, we need to call the meeting to order. Everyone stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And I'd like to say something while we're doing this. Our club for the last 25 or 35 years has set a pledge to the Michigan flag. And maybe we can start doing that also.
Sure.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get the papers printed up for next meeting. Okay, Sue, roll call, please.
Yes.
Gary Bukowski,
Here.
Eva Joyce Burns,
Here.
Timothy Brennan, Madeline Brown,
Present.
Sue Baker, present. All present, ma'am.
Okay. A motion would be in order to approve the minutes.
I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes as presented by our hardworking secretary. Second.
Okay, our hardworking secretary gets them out very well. It has been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes as presented. All of those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Jenny,
All right.
it's yours.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome. Yay, here we are again, so. Yay. Not too much shaking, but we'll start with dates of note. The Wednesday afternoon book club is meeting tomorrow in the gazebo from 1 to 2. They'll be reading Etta, Otto, Russell, and James. Next month, they'll be back to Zoom, and the author is also going to be meeting virtually, so that's very good. Chapter Chat, the Intergenerational book club, will be meeting on the 22nd, Wednesday. They're reading New Kid, and that's from 4 to 4:45. This Saturday, we'll be celebrating International Dot Day. It's a global celebration of creativity, courage, and collaboration. So we'll have a Facebook Live Dot Day stories, and then at 11:30, we'll have take and make kits available. First come, first serve. So
Are you saying DOT?
DOT, our salute to the dot. I know you don't often think about it, but it's important.
Madeline
Are you
likes that.
talking about end of sentence?
Well, not so much punctuation, but yes. Yes, I guess you could say the end of sentence, a dot. Oh,
Am I not following something?
it's
Well, it could be, is it like dotted material or dotted
like dots, like polka dots.
polka dots?
Dots. I know,
You should know that, Madeline. You
not
know that.
represented often, but we're gonna give a shout out to the dot.
Okay.
Okay, and believe it or not, it's an international day.
Are you kidding?
No,
Probably a date for
I don't
everything.
kid. I'm a librarian. I have no sense of humor whatsoever. Yeah, no, seriously, come by, get your
Who's ever
kit.
heard of that before?
It's your library bringing it to you.
Well, that'll be an interesting program.
You
I'll
should
have to
see.
remember
We have
to
like
zoom in.
20,000 dots in the library right now. We're building these kits with dots. Madeline, the
Right
look
over.
on your face is worth it just to have said this. I think we should just close the meeting now and call it good.
I am a polka dot person.
Well,
Very
then,
much so.
I say, hey,
You better zoom in.
yeah, really and true.
And that's more important than the end of a sentence. Interesting.
Priorities.
Okay, I would like a third example,
Of
other
a
than the polka dot and the end of the sentence.
third example of a dot,
Another kind of dot.
the sun.
I was thinking Department of Transportation.
Oh, yeah,
Very good.
Department of Transportation.
Very good.
MDOT, right?
Right, thank
I
you.
knew a Dorothy once who
Thank
was
you.
known as
Okay,
Dot.
this is gonna
Right, a
be-
Dorothy could be a dot.
It's going to be a rough meeting if we stop. 2
YouTube
minutes into
viewers,
it.
I hope you're enjoying this.
Oh, my God.
Forever documented. Okay, well, yes, that'd pretty
Well,
much
this
be my.
coming Saturday should be interesting.
It will be fun. It will be fun. Watch for photographic evidence of it. So, and then on Monday, September 20th, from 4 to 6, Veg Michigan is coming and doing a plant-based food giveaway in the gazebo. We've had to close registration because so many people have signed up. They had up to 50 slots. And pretty much I think they're all filled. They're going to give away free sample bags of popular plant-based foods. So that's kind of cool. And then we're going to have yoga on Monday, September 27th from 7 to 7:45 in the library. So registration will be limited, but we still have some slots open. On Saturday, October 9th from 10 to 11, Oakland County is going to come in and talk about their service, the Oakland County Talking Book Service. So for people that want the audio material, if you have difficult seeing or have other temporary or visual or physical things going on, limitations. So everyone qualifies this for free, but we're going to have someone come in and talk about how you can be a part of that program. I know, you're still thinking about the dots, aren't you, Madeline? So for the attendance of programs for the children's programs, in August we had 42 children participate in our programs, 28 for our creature feature, which was on Zoom, and 14 participated in our weekly contest, so not too bad. 8 attended our Wednesday afternoon book club on August 18th, and 17 attended our Selling Online virtual program, which was on the 23rd of August. That was a good turnout. For publicity and community outreach, the Clawson Police have started their community outreach visits with us, so they've walked through, met the staff, reacquainted, since things are kind of situated a little bit differently in the building, but they've started coming through. TLN assisted us sending out an email to 1,531 Clawson Library card holders to update them on our return to full hours and services. Also, we post on Facebook, our voicemail, library signs, our website have also been updated. TLN also has a spreadsheet that all member libraries need to fill out to let everyone know what we're doing, and that's been updated also. We have even more new guides have been put in our senior information kiosk that focus this time on fitness and healthy eating. It's been really popular, that kiosk, so I'm pretty happy with that. Our showcase for September is also from Veg Michigan. We figured while they're doing a program, they could have the showcase. And believe it or not, it is library card sign-up month for September, and we have a display of books, giving a salute to libraries. In a couple weeks, it's Banned Book Week, too. So come and see what books have been banned. Yeah, like Harry Potter and so.
Harry Potter is banned?
Captain Underwear has been banned, yeah. Little House on the Prairie, things like that. So we'll put a little display of books and Charlotte's Web, right?
Charlotte's Web?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm.
Do you recall what the,
Leading our youth astray.
So makes dots not look so bad, doesn't it? I know. So we have a new volunteer picking up newspapers for a local animal shelter. The Friends of the Library will be meeting on September 20th at 6:30 in the gazebo. And there's a new monthly newsletter the city's putting out called the Clawson Connect, and we have a little section in it. So look for that monthly. For director's updates, we're still waiting to see if the overdrive reciprocal lending agreement has been approved. TLN approved for us to be a part of it. Now we're waiting for the other cooperatives to agree that we all share our catalogs and materials. I'm hoping we know soon. I'm not sure if anyone noticed, but the new online public catalog is now up. So instead of having records all over the place, everything's been combined. So if you're looking for Charlotte's Web book or audio or large print, it's all in one spot instead of having to scroll all over the catalog. No, it's very exciting. So the library network has, as I said last time, changed contracts for our computer protection software, and they've come in and updated all our computers. They've also came in this past Friday and installed our new firewall, and they've replaced 2 public computers, which has been paid for by the library gift fund. And as I said, we're back to our full hours programming is still virtual and take and make, but we do start to do some small in-person programming very lightly. So we're just going to do a mix of things. We'll watch and see how things go. We will not be having any children's programs in person in the building, however. That will keep that at take and make and virtual.
Have you kept the furniture out of the main part of the library?
Yeah, it's very limited, but yes. Yep, so we have a few chairs here and there at the tables. Overall, it's been going pretty well. Sometimes people move things, and that's okay, but for the most part. And then, let's see. Sorry, I lost my spot. Oh, also, I know last meeting we were asked if the city will be closed on Juneteenth next year. It's not on the list of official holidays yet, so we'll watch and see where we're at with that one. We lost power on August 11th and 12th and reopened on the 13th. The phones and fob panels had to be reset, but there was no damage or anything like that, and we kept it going, so that was good. Let's see, DPW has sent over staff to evaluate our automotive repair collection. It's quite a large and extensive collection, so we just kind of wanted to see their opinion of what it is that we have, if anything needs to be adjusted or moved. So that I appreciate their two cents on that one. I've started proctoring exams again. I'll be doing 2 next week for a Clawson resident who attends Columbia Southern University. It will be an online exam, and I filled out all the paperwork with the university. Just a reminder, Clawson residents only pay $5 per exam, and non-residents pay $25. So just call the library, and I'd be happy to help you with that. And then on September 16th, I'll be taking a class with the Library of Michigan because it's state aid time, and they've warned us that a lot of the questions are going to change, and that opens up October 1st and goes until February 1st. So it's a lot of questions, but it's good. It's the annual report and state aid, and from it we usually hopefully get a little bit of money for doing it. It just is a lot of work. Patron issues and suggestions. Positive feedback from patrons that we have returned to full hours. Only a few comments that people wish we had only curbside service. So, but overall, if someone calls and asks for curbside, we'll definitely run out. So we just don't have the table outside. For staff updates, Mike Companion, a clerk who's been with the library for over 20 years, has resigned, and we have a new clerk starting tomorrow. Her name is Wendy Scott. She'll just be putting in a few hours.
Did you say Wendy?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah. For building,
Excuse me, can I interrupt for a second?
Of course.
I would like to thank Mike for his long and faithful service. He was a fixture there for many years.
Absolutely.
He
Yeah.
went out of his way to help me. I appreciated it.
That's
Thank you,
very
Mike.
kind. Yeah, no, I'll be sure to let him know. He still keeps in touch, so thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, he worked very hard. 23 years or so with the city, so yep, he'll be missed for sure. So, especially as that man that works on staff.
Yes.
For Mike. For building, DPW helped us replace light bulbs, hang a new clock, and we're getting ready to recycle some books. Also, they're looking at resealing the staff work table in the back just to make sure that it's good to go. Nelson Brothers conducted a backflow preventer test on August 31st. Everything is good, and only a small part had to be replaced. We had to call service for the phones. It was showing no connection, but we got it fixed. So thankfully not too much shaking, knock wood, with the building. And then with the ledger report, there's not too much. The only thing that's keeping me up at night is obviously building maintenance, but so far we're still kind of early into the game.
Story of our lives.
Exactly. In the PNC account, we have $8,910.99. We received a check from TLN for $82.84 for fines that were paid online. Modernistic had to request that a second check be cut from the time that they visited. The first check was destroyed in a car accident, apparently, that the driver who did our maintenance, and so I guess that he's okay, but the check didn't make it, so we had to cut a second check. And then a check for $1,191.35 was sent to Abdo Books for the President and Religion and Belief books, again paid for from the library gift fund. And the copier contract has been renewed for another year for $810.69. When we first opened, that was the first thing everyone headed to was the copier. So the joke is, come for the copier, stay for the books. But 'cause that copier, yeah, it's really, they love it. Greenfield Village is waiting for it though because it is an antique. So I don't
But
know.
it's been a good antique.
It's been an awesome antique. I'm very grateful for it. Every day I thank it as I turn it on and turn it off. So, and then for new business, I've renewed the Overdrive download destination. It's a budgeted item. It runs from August 1st to July 31st, and the cost for that this year is, I'm sorry, I didn't write that down, $5,402.18. And the numbers keep going up and up. People love it. And just a reminder that the magazines have now been merged into the books, and that's audiobooks also. And Madeline, you asked just for me to touch base about outreach services. We're getting people calling, having us kind of pre-make book bags for them to get ready, or pull ahead items so that they can just run in and get it. We're still holding at about 5 outreach people. It varies though each month. Sometimes they're still getting relatives coming in.
Are you and Kristen still doing it though? I mean,
A little bit, but it hasn't, it's still very manageable. I talked to Kristen about it to see how she feels, and we're okay.
because if
We're
you
okay.
need volunteers,
Definitely, and as winter comes, that may change also.
yeah, I'd be interested.
Thank you, thanks. But that's what is going on. Like I said, just getting back up to speed with full hours and getting staff back to that also, and everyone back in that groove. And patrons too.
How is the opening going with the full-time?
Very well, very well. Slow here and there. In the morning it's super busy, and at night you can tell it's after work hours. But it ebbs and flows, but overall people seem grateful. Definitely to be back on the computers as long as they can be. That's good too. We're getting people used to logging back into their email, and so there's been a little bit of training, getting people back up to speed on that. But
Cool.
yeah, it's good, especially school's back in, you know.
The after school.
It's good so far. It's good, yeah. So I think the nice weather and, like I said, after-school programs have probably kept. But we have a small batch that come in, but everyone's really well behaved. So, yeah, but any other? Yeah. Oh,
Go ahead, Jim. No, go
hey.
I was gonna say, everyone here knows me as a supporter of all things quilt and quilting.
Oh,
I
okay.
was
Or
won-
red.
I was wondering if you have any intention of displaying seasonal quilts anytime soon now that we're open. I'm not pressuring you to, but I will help if you slip me a couple bucks.
I wrote that down at church, actually, when you volunteered.
Okay.
It's that we don't have our quilting group physically in the building anymore. If you can go on a good day, good weather day, to the park, they meet
You
on
mean
good
the
weather
park?
days. Yes. If you only knew. Yes, park, P-A-R-K. Yes, I'm still interested. The problem is, there's no, until the senior center opens,
And you
there's
can
really no
physically get
formal,
together.
and some gals go to the park and they stay an hour or two. Luckily, they take pictures and put it online so that those of us that are not there. And Gina really, I don't know whether she's added anything to that. It's still slow moving there, other than Meals on Wheels.
Well,
There's a
if
few
and
classes
when you
and-
start meeting in person and people are still interested in donating and having their quilts displayed, the library would be happy to
You're my
display them.
latter person, yes, thank you. Unless somebody else wants to take it over.
Yeah, and if you still want to do your showcase, your currency
Yes.
showcase.
We'll gather as many red books as we can.
Yes, whatever. Let me know. Our showcase is your
I may be
showcase.
the only person that was mocked in a showcase.
I feel comfortable with that statement, yeah.
Are we done with your major list, or?
Yeah,
I want to bring up a subject that was on the news this morning.
Okay.
Twice. Paper shortage, a serious
Oh.
paper shortage from the wood of the trees making the pulp. They showed libraries, they showed bookstores, paper bags. It's going to be serious, not to be
no?
a Debbie Downer, but they mentioned shopping early and they specifically put the paper towels and the toilet tissue on the camera so that people are not going to be hoarding this. They want you to just make sure you continue recycling paper, but also the industry of using the pulp more than anything now is for cardboard corrugated.
Shipping
For
boxes.
shipping because of
Sure.
online. So that's going to take a precedent. So just be aware, and I was thinking if you've got a wish list for, at least for the remainder 3 months of the year,
Okay,
you might want to, which is what they suggested,
Okay.
order sooner rather than later.
okay, thank you. I had not heard that.
I had
That's-
not heard that this
No.
morning.
They were talking about envelopes specifically, and
Oh,
they
no.
brought to the attention of wedding invitations,
All right,
that this couple ordered the invitations, which went through okay, but they couldn't produce the envelopes to go with it.
gosh.
So it's just one more little add-on, but seeing they mentioned books and showed the books on the shelves, I thought I'd bring it up.
Thank you. Yikes.
We have money in the gift fund, so if we need books.
If we need books, yeah, if I can, yeah, I might just buy trees, so.
And they also mentioned office supplies, so
Oh,
if
yeah,
there's a chance that you're gonna fill in some voids before the
Okay.
end of the year.
okay. Yeah, we're try to be careful, but, yeah, thank you. And again, yikes. So,
Well, we want to make sure we have enough toilet paper and stuff on hand. Now that we're open to the public again, we'll
Right.
be using way more of that.
Yep, yep.
So switching topics, but one other topic is we're not planning any book sale for November, are we? Until further notice, you're not.
I don't,
You're not taking books in, and we're not planning a book sale, like maybe spring, or it's on hold?
right now, we've just been doing our ongoing book sales and our little pop-up one with the card outside. And the Friends meeting coming up, I'll see where things stand. We've been lightly, stress on lightly, taking donations, one bag or a box at a time, just because of space and what we already have in there. I'm not sure where they stand with book sale. I don't think most libraries are doing book sales. Our room for it is pretty small, but I'll see where they stand. Nothing's on the calendar quite yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I have thoughts on that, but I'm gonna wait and see where people stand on it. Yep.
I had a thought about the computers. You
Sure.
said 2 were replaced. How does that look? Are all 16 out?
No, we have every other on right now. So
Still,
we have,
okay. What about replacing future ones? Did you have 2 more lined up for,
for the new year, in the new year.
Well, we
because
should,
the Friends can,
they should be getting less use, though, if we're only using every other one. And
Right,
We
every-
were closed for, how many months were we down? It was like 8 months or something?
At least, yeah.
So they didn't get warrant, that's 8 months of continuous use they didn't have. But I'm not trying to discourage the replacement when it
No.
comes around, but they should have gotten a lot less use than we normally get.
Exactly. But we're trying to stay on the schedule, just because when things get back to normal, we'll be fired up. So 2 more are in the works for the new year. Yeah, I'm hoping at the Friends meeting I can
I was
get a
just gonna say.
sense where things are at. We've been trying to be pretty conservative, shocking on our spending, but our programming has been, dots don't cost that much, so we're pretty budgeted on that one. So, seriously, if I don't see you Saturday with a take and make craft in your hand, I'm coming over to your house. But yeah, I can, that's on my to-do to talk to the friends about, but we only have every other computer up right now, and then the online catalog. We also turned the kids' computer on a couple weeks ago, just, to have something on for them, the computer, which was paid for by the gift fund also. But yeah, that's it though. We don't have anything else out in the kids' area, no puppets or puzzles or anything like that. So I just,
Okay, are you,
yeah, I'm good.
last month, we said we have a new member of the board,
Right.
and we didn't really introduce him properly, so I would like to introduce Gary, who is our newest member, and I'd like him to give us a little bit of a background on where he is.
Well, I was born and raised in Grand Blanc in Genesee County. Spent several years, what was it, about 7 years, I think, living in Philadelphia, 4 of them working in New York. So I have a lot of memories of New York City, including one. I worked for the United Methodist Board of Global Ministries, and for one of my trips, I needed to get a vaccination in the World Trade Center. So I certainly thought of that vaccination 20 years ago. After I left the Board of Global Ministries, I was in the United Methodist Committee on Relief. After I left that, we decided, rather than returning to eastern Pennsylvania, where I was a clergyman, to move back to Michigan, and I was in West Michigan. Being a United Methodist, that means we were all over the place, so I won't go into that. Retired 7 years ago, and started harassing the librarian about a reading group, which started 6 years ago today.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Our first meeting and discussion was 6 years ago today.
Yeah.
We inherited Nancy's dad's house here in Clawson on Elmwood, and have loved living in Clawson ever since, knowing, among other things, that it's a home we'll never have to move from. I told my son they would take me kicking and scratching, or in a box. Not leaving.
No. No.
And we all love this town, that's for sure.
Very true. Very true.
Thank you, Gary, and welcome to our board.
Thank you.
And I do a lot of reading, but I don't use a lot of paper.
Thank you.
Well, that will be good this fall, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Okay, does anybody else have anything that they would like to bring up?
I don't think so.
I would like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 9:33.
Is there a second to that?
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded that we close the meeting. All of those in favor? Aye.
Bye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thanks.